Hello, and welcome to Breakaway with Dawn and Friends. Today, I have two of my four friends that were supposed to join. Again, we're going to play around with some questions and for you guys to get to know us better. So, we're going to ask each other questions, we're going to answer them. We're just going to see where this goes because right now, Miss Patty just had to remind me that her time is so precious and she has a family to get back to because we got started late, but I can't control that. And I had to remind her that these relationships are just as important and these need to be nourished and given time to. So she needs to suck it up as well as her family while we sit here and enjoy some girl time because that is just as important. Okay.
And
Hi,
that's
ladies.
love you, Dawn. Because you put me.
So I have Patty, I just called her out, and I have Miss Amanda. And these are two very dear friends of mine. Amanda is my sister from another mother.
Hi,
Sorry.
Dawn. Hi,
Yes,
Patty.
another mother. Sorry. Yes. So Amanda, right, mother? Yeah. No, another father. I always do that. She's my sister from another father because she's not Puerto Rican. And my dad's Puerto Rican. So I always tell her she is my sister from another father. And Patty is my best friend. I
Oh,
do not broadcast that because I don't have to. But
oh,
on my other episode, they did say, "Well, who's your best friend?" I'm like, "Patty, what do you mean?" So
oh,
I don't feel I need to say those things because I have special relationships with everyone. And they're really different because, as you all know, we're onions. We have multiple layers, and so with each different friend, I connect on a different layer, and they're just all special to me. But I believe I'm the most special to them, though, of course. But
Of
it's
course.
okay. so, like I said, so Patty and I've known each other since I was 18. She's a couple years older than me, so we go way back, and we have seen each other go through a lot personally, professionally, all of the above. And we are still friends. And I'll remind you, you guys choose your friends. So if they say anything, you guys, they're choosing to be my friend, okay? So, and Amanda, we met at work 2004.
20 years.
wow.
Oh my God, this
Can
year
you
is
believe 20
20
years,
years.
Dawn?
No. Oh my God, you guys. Wow.
Wow.
Where does the time go?
Right. Almost
But
to the T. This is a 20-year anniversary, almost to the
it
T.
look at that.
Mhm.
Wow. I love it. So I have to tell you, okay. So Amanda is a white girl from San Diego, but she's not a white girl on the inside, guys. Okay. So she comes to our lunch table with layers and layer of gold. Now, my dad's was Puerto Rican, and Puerto Ricans are known for their gold and wearing a finger on each ring, wearing all the chains. So when I saw her, she didn't give me Puerto Rican vibes, but I'm like, who is this girl with her necklace that said Amanda? She had all these bracelets, some rings, and I'm like, she is blonde hair, blue eyes. Okay, and she had an accent, and I'm like, what is this girl's interesting? Like what's behind that? So we had lunch, we all talked, we joked, whatever, and we were the in table. We were the it table, if she remembers. We had a person from like each area of the hospital because we met at a hospital when we worked there, and we were the it table, of course. And so the next day when I went to lunch, I'm like, "Hi, do you want to come to lunch?" She's like, "Oh, okay." And every day I picked her up in the HR
Oh,
department. Let's go to lunch, and we went to lunch.
wow.
So she
And
had no choice.
and if I can just compliment on that, because I was so happy to have made a friend so early on and to be invited to the it table, to the special table.
Yeah.
It was just very gratifying, right, to be able to do
Aw.
that. And so, no, you are absolutely special to me as a friend, and
Thank
just
you.
given the way we met, and that is
Yes.
always the way that I remember you, Dawn, because you were outgoing and you were friendly, and it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. You're gonna take initiative the way you do.
That's true. And to know me is to love me. And I feel that is such a fair statement because I am truly not for everyone. And I know that. And I'm okay with that. Right.
Hmm.
So if you genuinely know me, believe me, you love me. And if you don't like me, then honey, you do not know me, okay? Because there's everything to love here, okay? So I will say that. But Patty, so I went to high school with her husband, and I met Patty through her husband, but we are now best friends, and they can every day fight about who's who are they friends with, meaning he likes to say I'm his friend, she likes to say I'm her friend, but they're both my friends, and I'm just so proud to see their growth and where they've come in life. And all of us, I mean, 20 years, I mean, we go back at least 20 years, and that's a testament to who we are, because I do believe a lot of people can't say that, right? Not a lot of people have friends with this long-standing relationship, right? So I do have to say I have amazing friends, but for me, just so you guys know, friends are not just friends. To me, they're my selected family members. So
Yeah.
if you are my friend, believe me, we are family, because I'm not close with my family. I do have a good size, but it is what it is. I'm not close, and I cannot choose my family members. So therefore, I'm very selective with my friends. So that says a lot about you ladies too.
Oh, thank you, Dawn. And Amanda
Yes.
described you perfectly. Um, you are a great friend. I mean, you bring out at least to all of us. And I've met beautiful people like Amanda and the other girls that are were supposed to be here through you, and it made us bond in this beautiful way that if it wouldn't have been through you, I wouldn't have met Amanda. I wouldn't have met your friends. So I mean, and you bring out the good in people. You make well, at least for me, you've made me better. You made
Aw.
I mean, it's hard to explain. I mean, you and I know, you know.
Yes. And I've officially life coached her for the past 20 years without even realizing I was life coaching, by the way. So I have to thank Patty, because it did come natural to me, but I didn't realize the name to what I was doing, right? So, and then Amanda, I didn't life coach Amanda, but it's just providing that support to me.
Yeah.
Like she's been like an older sister, a sister that I've always wanted. No offense to the two that I have, but if I have to choose a sister, I'm definitely choosing you. And so she has been there for me, and yeah, it's just I love our connection. Like, and I truly have special ones. I mean, I really mean that. Like, and they're different. So to say best friend, I mean, really we are, but like it's just because of our connection and our deep, our deepness. But I really have special friendships. And I wanted to do, by the way, this is my second one, ladies. I don't know if you know, but I did record one yesterday with four other girls. Because you can have friends, but there's different cliques within those friends, right? And so I had one click yesterday, and then today was supposed to be four other friends, and all of you I've known for a long time, and you all know each other. We all hang out, as like Patty said, like when I put something together, and it's such a vibe, and everybody loves it. And I love that, right? But I wanted to have this because I don't think people take the time to really cherish what they have. And I cherish my friends. Like I said, like to me, my friends are like my family, so to get to know me and to get to know the people around me, because if you do follow me, you do know I'm always preaching about, be aware of who you have around you, who you have in your ear, what you're listening to, what you're watching. They all have an impact on your life. And so I wanted to share the people in my life. So I appreciate you guys saying things about me, but I really didn't do this so that you guys can pour into me, even though I love that. I didn't do it for that reason. I just wanted to share the people that I have around me.
Oh, thank you, Dawn.
Yeah, thank you, Dawn. And if I could, I do want to just
Please.
add though, because just hearing what you were commenting on right now, I think that is one of the things that is so special, because you are intentional about who you want to have around you and with each of us. And I agree. I'm so excited to have met Patty
Oh,
and
Mm,
to
thank
have met so many other great women through you. But at the
mm,
same time, it's been really supportive and awesome, because we get to talk to one another and collaborate with one another and be those sounding boards.
mhm.
So when we think about all the different nuances in our lives and what we're doing, and each moment, is a little bit different, and everybody's kind of on a different path in their journey. but at the
Mhm.
same time, we get an opportunity to check in with each other and just really be able to grow off of that. And yeah,
Yes,
so
and it's so funny. So
awesome.
before you join, Patty and I were on here for a minute, and she's so funny. She goes, "Today was the perfect day for us to record," and that, and because stuff life happens, right? But I
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, but we're sitting here talking, girl. We're
Mhm.
bonding. Like it's okay. Like I'm okay. We can always reschedule this. Like I'm very much go with the flow. So I
Yes.
keep her very leveled and calm, and and I do it at everything we do. Like and yeah, but I just really want to stress that like life is always going to be life, you guys. And
Mhm.
Breakaway with Dawn and Friends has many meanings for me. One
Mhm.
is break away. Like as a life coach, I want people to break away from what no longer serves them, right? Break
Mhm.
of day is the meaning of my name, right? So break away with Dawn and Friends. And listening to this episode, you're breaking away from your everyday grind. So
Yeah. Yeah.
break away with Dawn and Friends really has many meanings for me. And you
Mhm.
know what's so funny? Kelly Clarkson's song Breakaway, she has a song.
Mhm.
And I
Ooh.
don't know if you guys know that song, but I love that song. But I never knew that that song was written about a child and the relationship with the parent.
Hmm.
Mm.
I didn't know
And
that.
what's you'll have to go listen to the song, and it resonates with me because of my trauma in childhood that I've had, right? I wouldn't change it because it, in all honesty, has made me who I am today. So I don't want to, shame that. But I did carry a lot of shame with me for many, many years. And then I learned I was a child in a situation. My parents were babies having babies. So I refuse to carry that shame anymore. But it's just so funny that breakaway it just has so many meanings for me, So I want to use this platform to inspire and encourage and empower people, right, to live their best life. So some of my conversations will be deep, will be light, will be fun, whatever. Like it's just because I have so many different types of friends, and I
Mhm.
feel we all have something to bring. So why not share it? Because I really do have great conversations with everyone, and so I just want to share it with the world. So yeah,
Yeah, that's nice.
right.
Yes.
So thank you, ladies. Now let's get into some fun here. So do you guys want me to start with the questions, or is there a burning question you guys have?
I mean, if you
Ye-
want to start, I mean, I don't know how well I'll answer them, but I'll try my best.
Yeah, the
Amanda?
floor is yours, girl.
The floor is mine. Okay. So I don't know if you guys want to trust me with that because I do want to make this funny and light, but let me see what I can come up with because I did have a question. But since I am premenopausal, I'm starting to forget stuff, dude. And I'm losing my train of thought and it's really annoying right now, you guys. But I try to keep the flow with the conversation. But I think it would be fun. Let's see. Amanda, what was your experience in high school like?
Oh, um, eclectic.
Ooh.
And I say eclectic because I was very much in tune with different groups of people. And so I took on different, not necessarily different personalities, but personas, being with each of the groups. And I guess high school is kind of like that, right? There's cliques
Mm-hmm.
and you have to sort of blend in. But I really blended in with a lot of different groups, if you will. But I also went to three different high schools. So
Oh my gosh.
I met a lot of people in different places. Um, but let's
I,
see, I played sports in high school. I didn't go to high school for a lot of time, but like I stopped going. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so it was good. It was an
it's funny.
experience.
Yes. And so since I know you, I have to say that's a true reflection of like kind of who you are today. Because you're
Hmm.
very well rounded. I always call her Amazing Amanda. There was this Bart doll, wasn't it? It was in the newspaper. I don't know if you remember, but Bob, the engineer, he's a real engineer at the hospital. One day came into HR and showed you the clipping of the
Hmm.
newspaper, and there was this
Yes.
doll called Amazing Amanda, and we really all called her Amazing Amanda. So she is like so professional and poised and all that, but girl, she can get down. She's your ride or die. Like she's really well rounded and very free spirited. It's so funny because I think I am, but you take the notch for that with me. Like you're more free than I am. So you know,
Okay.
so I feel like, and I asked that because I do feel that in high school you really start to learn who you are if you're open to it,
Mhm.
right? And it really does shape you. So that's why I wanted you to answer that. But
Okay.
for Patty, I'm curious. We talk a lot, and I do know a lot about you. Okay, so but I'm curious when
So
you were
you can't tell
younger.
fibs here, Patty.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, technically you can, but that's not why I'm asking.
I just have to say something before you ask whatever
Oh,
question
go ahead.
Amanda's talking about high school. It brings back memories of my high school. And
Ooh, tell me.
it's just totally the opposite of what Amanda was saying. So
Mm.
I don't know if you remember because you met me around what when I was 18, Dawn. You know how
I was 18, so I think you were what, 21, weren't you? Because you're
mm,
2 years older than me. I'm 43 right now.
yeah, I'm 46.
Oh, so you're 3 years, yeah.
Yeah. So I and then you didn't. So you well in high school I was a little worse than when you met me.
Oh God, no, I'm just
So
playing.
I know, right? So
She's
with
come a long way, you guys.
I'm saying, you know how Amanda said we had different groups? Well, I was not popular at all. I mean, I was hiding from everyone. And I'm like, wow. So as you're saying all that, Amanda, I'm thinking, damn it, I was totally the opposite. I was
Mhm.
popular. I was so like hidden. I wanted to hide from everyone. I didn't want
Hmm.
talking to me. I was like, wow, and now I think about high school and I'm like, I'm so much different now. Now
Mhm.
I talk. I mean, you know me, Amanda. I mean, Dawn knows,
Mhm.
but I talk to everyone. I'm talkative. I'm friendly. I'm not insecure anymore. I'm like whatever. I'm pretty, and that's when I say friends bring out the good in you because I feel like Dawn's brought that on me. I feel like all the time I talk to Dawn, and Dawn could say it. She could compare years ago to now. It's like
Oh yeah.
I'm totally different. I mean, you will not say, I mean, I will not be insecure no more. I mean, everybody is beautiful in their own way, As in before, I always used to put myself down. I wasn't beautiful. I wasn't, but, you know, now I learned, hey, but now you could say I have a lot of acquaintances. I talk a lot versus in high school, I didn't like you, Amanda. Like, you know how you're
Mhm.
saying you had a lot of like, you fit in all those groups back then. I wish I was that. I would have been you. I mean, and that's beautiful. But I'm like, wow, it brought back those memories of high school, Amanda. So you had a
Wow.
good high school.
I still have friends from junior high.
Really? Wow, that's
Me
Yeah.
awesome.
too. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
very
Mhm.
Thank you for sharing that, Patty. I should have, yeah. I like that.
Mama, wait, you
Yeah,
didn't
I will.
question.
I will say she has come a long, long way. And yeah, and I love that you used the right word, acquaintances,
Yeah,
because we always have these conversations. I'm like, Patty, these are people in your circle that is, it's out of convenience. At the
yeah,
end of the day, if you didn't go to spin or you didn't go, whatever, if you guys didn't have that hobby together, you guys would not be friends. And but I'm glad you know that. So
yeah,
this is no diss to anybody, but I just, to me, friendship is more than that. Like, and this is why I wanted to have this conversation, right? Like we've formed genuine conversations. We've all had conversations, shallow, deep, and like we are there for each other, and that's a friendship to me. We
yeah,
don't judge each other. We don't put each other down. We are there through thick and thin. Like that is friendship, right?
yeah, yes.
Mhm.
I
and it
agree.
and it's appreciated and valued. But I'm just curious because we had different, all of us had different upbringings, right? So one, I was born on the East Coast, because that right there is different in itself. Okay.
Hmm.
So Patty, your parents are, your mom is, I think, Salvador, and your dad's Mexican, right? So that, and they're very old culture,
Mm.
like old fashioned culture, right? And then Amanda, like you were raised by a single mom, is that safe to say, right? Pretty much, right? And
Yeah,
free
my father
spirit.
passed away when I was young, so yes,
Yes.
ultimately
So,
single mom, widower.
right. Yeah, and she
Mhm.
and you guys lived in San Diego, like, I swear, the free, like, the land of the free.
That's how I get
It's
all
very
my freeness, girl. I grew
yeah,
up at the
no.
beach.
I know. So, what I'm curious to ask is when you were a child, like, or when you were a teen, what did you think of your adulthood? Because I really think this is a good question for you because you and Lewis have come so far and you've accomplished so much. And this is not about bragging, not talking about your accolades and what you do or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, you have, like, I don't know what I'm just curious what you thought of yourself as a teen and where your life is today,
Wow.
right?
Yeah, now thinking, I would never think I would be where I'm at. I never would have thought. I've been life. I'm not gonna lie, Dawn. I feel blessed, but I feel like I got married to get away from the house. But I never
Ah.
thought I would be this blessed as I am now because I have an amazing husband, two beautiful daughters. I mean, I don't live in a huge mansion, but I have everything I want. And I feel rich
Mhm.
with what I have,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
would I think I'd be living as happy as I am now? I don't think so. And I have an amazing husband that I'm very hard to deal with, and he knows how to deal with me. So with that, just with that, I feel really blessed. So no, I don't think I would see myself where I'm at now, which I feel I live a good life. I'm blessed where I'm at now. And I always tell Louis, my husband, like, damn, I don't if I wouldn't have married you, I don't think nobody would have married me. Because I mean, not realistically, if you know me, I mean, Dawn knows me very well. It's very hard to satisfy me. And he knows me just by looking at me. My husband knows what's wrong with me. So, and then he just like knows what to do to get me happy. And my
Mm.
dog, you know, know like I don't know. It's hard to explain. Dawn knows everything. Like it's
I
just
know, and it's funny that you say that because, for me, Rick and I have been together, oh my god, you guys, I think 22 years this year, and
wow.
married, it'll be 10 years this year. Oh no, 12 years, 12 years, 12 years, 12 years this year, okay? And believe me, we've had our ups and downs too, like every marriage, right? But the one thing I've always said too is, what for me, what worked for me is that okay, so if you know me, yes, I'm easygoing, all of that. But I'm a firecracker. I'm a lot. I feel like I'm a lot to handle, okay? So it was funny because, people would say, like that we're different. Like, without getting too deep into my relationship, I would always tell my friends, like, you guys, he puts up with me. I'm the handful. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm the one that's, and it kind of don't worry about me, worry about Rick, because you guys really think that he's something else. And, like, because as women, you guys know, we're always going to be on the woman's side, right? So I just remember thinking, like, if you know us, you know that we're not traditional in any damn way. So, we do have. I don't like someone up my ass, dude. Like, I like my space. I'm an independent person. Like, anyway. So, and I'm very on my own. I can do it myself. And that's because that's what my dad taught me. Right. So it just works. And Patty, everyone's had their opinions and their comments. And I'm like, do you understand that this works for me and this makes me happy? Like, I'm good. Like, don't worry. Like, I'm good. I'm like, really, I'm the one because I'm a lot. And so I told him he was the first person I met that I am 100,000% myself, who I am. I don't need to, hide anything, cover up anything. Like, I'm me and he still loves me. I'm like, oh my, like,
Yeah.
so it for me, it was because I am who I am and I'm my most comfortable. Do you know what I mean? And I flourish in that, even at work or wherever. If you just let me be me, and that's why I say to know me is to love me. And there's no way, if you know me, you have to love me, because trust me, um so I understand what you're saying. So anyways, I just had to share that.
Yeah. No, it's nice that you shared it.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that. But yeah, we have all come a long way. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. And I go ahead, Amanda.
I was just going to say, so thinking back to your question, putting myself back in high school and thinking about where I am now today. Did I see this in the future? Absolutely not. I think, again, being that age, there are some people that know right away, what they want their careers to be, how they want their life to be. They can picture it. I had no idea. I did not have a
Hmm.
plan. I
Mhm.
wasn't seeking anything. Very much like my entire life, I just kind of go with the flow.
Hmm.
But definitely considering where I was in my youth, and I did not foresee a professional career. But to your point, we are all very strong willed women and we are independent.
Yes.
And when we put our minds to something and we know what we want, we can accomplish it. And so I'm very proud of myself for what I've accomplished over these years. I didn't expect it. I didn't know that I was going to be a mother. I didn't know
Amazing,
that I
Amanda.
was. I didn't know that I was going to be a wife. I
Hmm.
didn't know that I was going to be a career woman,
Hmm.
but I just really accept the things that have come to me and continue to work hard at what I have and what I do. And what do they say? You accept the things, right, that you cannot change. And I don't know whatever, change the things that you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to let go of what you can't change or control, right?
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You're so much more like I thought I was free. Like when I speak to Patty, I'm much more free than she is. But you are much more free than I am. So I love that. Like I really do have a balance with my friends, you know?
Yeah.
But look, we can talk forever, and I don't want to do that to you guys. And I really hope you enjoyed this because I
Yeah.
know we have busy lives and we have all these things to do, and but I just want you guys to do this more. I want you guys to break away and do for you. Do you know what I mean? Like this is we all have husbands and kids, and we pour into them, and us sitting here. Trust me, Patty, when you get off here, you're going to feel so good. You're going to walk out there because I popped both of your podcast cherries. Okay. So I popped your cherries, ladies. Okay. So you're going to walk out there with your family like I did something, like it was fun. Like you're going to be a better mom and wife when you walk out from this podcast. But you have to do these things, and the two ladies that didn't come, life happens. Like don't feel
Yeah.
bad. In all honesty, it's your loss because we had a great time, and
And we
you
can redo
need to
it,
do these.
plan it, and redo it.
We
Often.
can. I mean, this is my platform. That's the best part. It's Breakaway
Yeah.
with Dawn and Friends, right? So it's my platform. We can do whatever we want to do, and we will. I'll get the other two ladies on. But I mean, I asked you guys at the last minute. You guys both said yes. It wasn't easy to get to this point. I do want you to know I see that. I value that. And I appreciate you guys. But again, this wasn't only about me, it's about you guys too, because it's who I have around me. But my breakaway tip is, it's not just your family and kids that you need to pour into yourself and pour into those us friends that support you and that are always there for you. And I will say we are strong, all of us, but remember, the strong needs to be checked on too,
Hmm.
right? So as much as I'm strong, and people are like, oh yeah, you got it together, I need to be checked on too, right? But just an example, not really, but I'm just saying. But just remember that. So remember to keep shining, keep pushing, and keep conquering.
Right? Absolutely. So excited that you invited us here. This has been fun.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I was
Hope
very.
you enjoyed it, and then I hope you go and listen to it. And, spread the love, spread the kindness, and let's remind people to break away from what no longer serves them, and pour into themselves. That was the point for me.
Yes.
Mhm. Thank you. Thank you, Don,
Thank
for
you, ladies. Have a good night. Talk to you soon.
Yeah. Bye. Nice to see you both.
inviting.
Bye bye.